Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, back 25, 52. What we got, what we got, what we got? Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check it out, 3. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Strip that ball. Slam, slam, slam. Check 26, check 26. 27.
From the 41, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Tiger, tiger.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 45 is the mark. Go. Hold on. Check, check, check.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
go, 12, let's go.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the 12, 12. 45.
Goff now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
45.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
No score after one on EA Sports. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, check Mike 40. Hey, exit. Let him know. 45, Mike.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Hey, Steve 6.
Yo. Hey, check Mike.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Super 66.
45. Mike, 45. Target.
Hey, Charlie.
A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On second down, here's Smith. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Check go. Right 20. Value 3.
After the interception, here's gone. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. They're pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Tonight, like 20.
45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, I got him.
Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Four now.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Goff. That'll be caught by Cobb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good pickup, but it'll come on what should be the final play in this first half. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Throw complete right side to Colts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, gone. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
5, 8, 1, 45.
Again, Goff. Going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double-dog dare them to do that?
What was maybe that? They saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Ito Smith. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
14. Bravo.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
11.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll buy some time right. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 4-yard line.
All day.
17.
To the air again. Goff. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, defense is going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Extra point up and through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Take 4. Take 4. Check. Check. 21. Check 3. Check 3.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, white. Small 58.
Say. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Play action. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Play action. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Hightower in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Watch out.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Fresno. Under 10. 10. Share.
Out of the gun. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check hot route. Shell.
Play action. It's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tech McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Whirling.
3rd and long. It's gone. Going up top for Cup. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock.
And look at this. It's a fake. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Watch the whip. 36, 36.
Now Ryan on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Hey, watch it. You go tight. You got tight.
Throwing on second and long. Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. This is Ingram. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I got you, boy.
5.
Throwing now, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. To try again after the sack, Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check nickel. Shift. Ready to go.
One last shot for Ryan. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step.
What you need, tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a